All right, class. So today is Tuesday, February the 1st. It's the 1st of February. We got Black History Month and we got Valentine's Day, okay? Do not forget these are the items that are going to be due this week. I may add one more thing to the list, but I'll let you know. We have tutoring today. It's virtual. The link will be sent to Remind, and the link is already on our page, okay, on the Canvas page, so you can easily get to it. It's in two places. It's on the front page, the home page, and it's also on the weekly page, okay? So it's in two locations. Either way, doesn't matter how you get in, you just click that link and it'll let you in, okay? The homework help, I did make another homework help video um, for today as well, simply because as I was looking at it, I felt like some people might needed some help with the homework today. So please go back and watch that. Seventh period today, you'll come back to homeroom so that you can complete the diagnostic I-ready math assessment because that has to be completed by Friday. And some of us going in either didn't start at all, don't know what you were doing, or you only got 1% completed, which is horrible. Okay, so let's just make sure that we get that. Just get that, please. Some people did a really good job, but others of us, we didn't do too well.
And if you have completed your math already and you have not completed your reading or vice versa, this is the time to make sure both of those are completed because we're doing them in reading too.
Yes, you are. Okay. So you have time this afternoon to get both of those completed. Thank you, Miss Moore. All right. So today,
If any of you, especially the kids who I work with a whole lot, if y'all would feel better about coming to my room, I will not be pulling any kids from my normal progress monitoring today. So if y'all would rather come work in a small group in my area, then just have Miss Reyes call me and say so and so's on their way, blah blah blah, and I do not mind them coming to my room.
and what room is that?
608.
Okay. All right. Okay, so today we're going to do our warm up. We're going to finish. This is our last day that we're going to do solving system word problems. Okay, and we're doing guided and independent practice. We're doing Tuesday's homework, and again, remember that there is a homework help video that you can watch that I'll send to you and remind this afternoon, and it's also on Canvas. Okay, so you don't have to wait for me. It is on Canvas. We have tutoring today. Virtual tutoring is at 3 p.m. Okay, virtual tutoring is at 3 p.m. And I'll pause to give you a chance to write, but I do also want you to take out your planner. Okay. All right. Okay. You got it, Leah? Did you have it? Okay. All right. So now let's write in our planner. Remember, this is Q3, quarter three, week 2, and again, we have math tutoring. I don't. You looking for a packet? What you looking for? What you?
I have my homework package. I was doing my homework.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. So math tutoring, virtual math tutors at 3 p.m. Then you have homework, and there is a homework help video as well. That's the not the right one. It's look. That's math. That's math 1. Yes, that's math 8. Anybody else need a packet? Bless you, babe. All right. Any questions? Close up your planner. What? Just homework, math homework, and the tutoring today at 3 p.m. Yes, baby. A pencil in the cup. You just get one of the pencils in the cup. All right. So let's look at the warm up. We're going to need our calculator for this part. So please make sure that you have your calculator. Let's clear the calculator. How do you clear the calculator? Anybody remember the keystroke? Go ahead, say again. Second plus 7, 1, 2. Second plus 7, 1, 2. Great job. All right, so I'm going to read the problem to you. We're going to figure out how to do it. Okay. The recipe for a dozen. How many is a dozen biscuits? It's 12. Good. It calls for 2.5, 2.5 cups of flour. So that's how much flour it needs to make 12 biscuits. If Monica needs to bake 30 biscuits, how much flour could she use? So there's a couple things that we could do here. We could write this as a proportion and then cross multiply. So the proportion could be that there's for 12, there is 250 cups of flour. So we got 12 over 2.5 cups of flour equal to, so remember on top, this is 12 biscuits. This is the number of biscuits on top, number of biscuits. Okay, and on the bottom is the number or cups of flour. Okay, cups of flour. So to make a proportion so that we can cross multiply, we have to be consistent with the ratio that we create. This is 12 to 2.5. Okay, number of biscuits to cups of flour. So if number of biscuits go on top and cups of flour go on the bottom, what is the ratio that we're going to write here? And then solve. What ratio do we write here? 30 over, does it tell us how many cups of flour for 30? So that's X. And that's how we create our proportion. Any questions about that? So now let's use cross multiplication. Okay, so when we cross multiply, we have 12 times the x, which is 12x. Bring down the equal. And then let's multiply. Let's multiply 30 times 2.5. We got 30 times 2.5. What does that give us? That gives us 75. So let's put 75 here. What do we do now at this point to solve for x? We divide. Very good, baby. What are we going to divide by? We're going to divide both sides by 12. So 12 divided by 12 gives us 1x on this side. And they want us to write this answer as an improper fraction. So we are going to just reduce. We're going to reduce the fraction and keep it as a fraction, okay? 75 over 12. So what can we reduce? How do we reduce this fraction? What goes into both 75 and 12?
So I'm hearing music. And
Hold on. All right, so now let's reduce that. Okay, so if you don't know how to reduce, let's reduce it. If you can't think of what number can be multiplied by both, let's just reduce it. Okay, good. So we have 75. I'm gonna type this in so you can see it. 75 divided by 12, right? And let's do math, enter. And that gives us what over what? 25 over 4. So leave it as 25 over 4 because they said they wanted the answer written as an improper fraction. Now, if I wanted a decimal, because sometimes the improper fraction, that don't mean too much to people, then I say 25 divided by 4 because I want to know technically how many cups is that. That's 6 cups. That's 6.25 cups or 6 and 1/4 cups. Because if you want to convert this to a mixed number, then you say 0.25, right? That's the fraction. And you write it as, the decimal, you write it as a fraction. You see that? That's 1/4. 0.25 is 1/4. Okay? Any questions? So now we got to figure out which line is the steepness? The steepest. Steepestness is talking about the slope. Okay, so we want to know which one of these slopes are the steepest. So we have to identify the slopes in each one of these equations. Remember, the equation must be written in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Great job. Okay, where the number that's attached to the x is the slope. What's the number that has no variable attached to it? What's the b? What do we call b? Y-intercept. Good job. Okay, but we're just looking at, it says steepness, so we're just only looking at the slope in these problems. Okay, so looking at this problem, this Is this written in y equals mx plus b form?
No.
It is. It's just backwards. This is y equals mx plus b. It is written in slope intercept form. So since it is written in slope intercept form, which one of these numbers is the slope? Hmm. What's the number that's in front of x? Not x, but in front. What kind of? -5. Okay. What's the slope of this second equation here? -2. Just the -2, not the x, okay? What's the slope of the last equation? 3. So now we're looking at what's the steepness. Okay, this is the negative and the positive just tell her what direction the slope is going in. So see, this slope is just going down. Okay, this slope is going down. This slope is going up. That has nothing to do with the steepness of it. Okay, so ignore the negatives and positives when you're talking about the steepness. The negative and positive just tells you what direction the line is going in, whether it's increasing or decreasing. So which one of these do you feel like is going to be the steepness based on the information? No, 2 is not going to be the steepest. The -5. Even though it's a negative, it's still going to be the steepest because 5 is a greater number than 2 and 3. Because 5 is a greater number than 2 or 3, 5 is going to be steep. We're not looking at the negative. Don't even look at the negative when you're talking about comparing slope. The negative only tells you that the line is going down and not up. Any questions? Yes, babe. What'd you say? Yeah, go ahead. Did you get everything copied? You did? You can go after her then. Okay? All right, I'm going to pause for the calls. Okay, let's go ahead and put the packet up and take out our interactive notebook. We're going to clear our calculator once more. 2nd plus 712. We're going to use our calculator to do some graphing and solving systems. We're in our interactive notebook on page 3, quarter 3, page 3. Remember, we start the page numbers over every quarter, okay? And I'm paused so you can get to the correct page. Okay, so the last session that we had on this, it was Thursday because we had a power outage and we were not able to finish this on Friday, okay? So we're going to go ahead and complete it today and then move on tomorrow. So first step that we did, this is our system, which means we have more than one equation. In order to solve this system, pencil and paper, because remember we did this in the calculator by doing the matrix and all that stuff. Now we're doing it pencil and paper. The first thing that we did was we put both of these equations in slope intercept form, y equals mx plus b. And we practiced that on the previous page. Sit up, please. Ladies, y'all sit up, please. All right, so we put the equations in slope intercept form. The second step is going to be to type the equations in the calculator and find out where they cross. And we're going to sketch the graph down here, okay? So let's type that in. We cleared our calculator. I'm going to practice doing that with you once more. 2nd plus 712. And in order to type the equations in the calculator, you go to this button right here where it says y equals. Please press this button where it says y equals. Follow me, please. If you get lost, immediately raise your hand. I need you to do this with me, baby, okay? So you don't get lost. We're pressing y equals right here. And this is what your screen should look like. Please hold this up so I can make sure that we're all there. Kylie, sit up, babe. Good. Okay. So now we're going to type these in. Kylie, are you okay? Can you tap her, make sure she's okay? Miss Moore, can you make sure she's okay? All right. So let's type these equations in. We have this equation first. So we're going to type this in. -3 divided by, or -3 over 2. So let's type this in. We got parentheses, parentheses is right here. Point to it. -3. Negative is down here. 3. This is a fraction, so this is division. So we're going to type in division. And then we have 2. Close the parentheses, and now we're going to type x. Where is x on the calculator?
How you get that little slant?
Next to the green button. What did you say, DJ?
How you get the little
Division. It's division. Fraction is division. Okay. And then we got plus 26. Okay. Kylie, type this in so you'll know how to do it. So we got this equation that we typed in, okay? Taylor, you okay? Sophia, you good? Okay. Chloe, do you have it? Did you type it? Can you hold it up so I can see it, baby? Is that 26? Did you type in 26 on the end plus 26? It looks like 2. Okay, that's better. And you notice how Miss Reyes put it right here as the first equation, and you put it in as the second. Do you see that? Yes, tissue. Okay. Say again. Yes, you typed it in right. You just put it on the wrong line, but that's okay. All right, so now press the down arrow to go to the second line. And now we're going to type in the second equation, okay? That's -x plus 21. So we got negative right here. X is right beside the green alpha button. -x, then plus 21. These numbers are kind of big. So when we press graph, we're not going to see this because look, 26 and 21 are kind of big. Let's press graph so you can see it. Okay. You see nothing came on the screen because the standard window range is going over 10, up 10, over 10, up 10. 26 is not enough space. So when that happens, you see right here where it says zoom, you go to zoom, and you want the calculator to do the work for you. So you want it to create a better window. So go down to press the down arrow and look for zoom fit. Don't forget, I press zoom because I want to zoom out some more because I need more space. I want to zoom out. And then I'm going down to where it says zoom fit. So the calculator can find a good window range for me and I don't have to do that. So press zoom fit. Okay, you see it? Any questions about what Ms. Reyes said?
How do you get to the Zoom?
Zoom is at the top of your screen. It says zoom. And then you go down to zoom fit. And then press enter. You got it, baby? Can you bring it, sweetheart? Bring it so I can see it. Jaden, did you get that? Yeah, that's good. Did you type the equations in? You didn't type the other equation in. Okay, so you got to type this equation in right here. Come here. Don't go because you got to do it. I want to see you do it right here. Negative. You press minus. Don't use minus for a negative, okay? Use negative. X. Where's X? X is right here. We'll pause real quickly, okay, y'all? All right, so now this is what you're going to do to figure out. You see right here, this is where the lines cross. So this is what you do. The calculator will give you this point. Okay, you can give it more space. If you go to window and you want to do this, you don't have to. But I want more space on the X. So instead of going over 10, I might go over 15. And on the Y, I might want more space. So instead of going 41, well, let's try just changing the X, okay? And see if that gives us a little bit more space. And it gives us a little more space, okay? So now let's hit this button. Press second trace. And Miss Reyes is going to say it again. Second trace. Second trace. And you want to figure out where they intersect. So you're going to go down to intersect. So how did I get to the screen? I press the second button and the trace button. And then I go down to intersect and press enter. Okay, you're going to press enter 3 times so you can get your answer to come up on the bottom. 1, 2, and 3. So the point in which it crosses is at 10. You see 10 right here for X value, 11 for Y value. So 10, comma, 11 is your answer. And that's the answer that I'm going to sketch this graph. Looks like the graph, it looks kind of like this. And this point where it crosses is 10, comma, 11. This is X, this is Y. This is going to be my solution. I'm going to pause for the cause. I press Y equals, remember, that's what I press. And I type the equations in. Okay. Then I press graph. Okay. If I need to press zoom fit, I might have to do that. Zoom and then zoom fit. Oops. Okay. This is a button. And then if I want to find out where they cross, I press the second button. That's the yellow button. And the trace button. Slide it up. And then when I press second and trace, I go down and press enter on intersect. And then I press enter 3 times. Okay. And that's what I do every time. All right, let's do another one. Number 2. We're going to do the second one that we created, that we did the word problem for. This one right here. So the second one is x plus y is equal to 6. And then 14.80x plus 17y is equal to 91. Okay. This is the system. We're going to follow the same steps as we did before. So when reading, look, the first thing that we did, step 1, was write both equations in slope-intercept form. So again, step 1, write both equations in slope-intercept form. Remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. The first equation we're going to write here. So we can write it in slope-intercept form. And the second equation we'll do here. The second one will be a little bit harder because we have decimals, but that's okay, because we have our calculator just in case we need some additional help. All right, to write this in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, we have to get y by itself. So how do we get rid of a positive x? Negative. We subtract x on both sides. When you subtract x on both sides, this is gone. Have a good day. and we're left with y on this side. Remember, do not combine these terms because they're not alike. So we're going to bring them both down. We're going to bring down negative x, and we're going to bring down the positive 6. So now this equation is written in slope-intercept form. Let's do the second equation. I'll give you just a little bit more time. Stony, please write this down, babe. All right, so now we're writing this in slope-intercept form, so we have to get rid of this x term. How do we get rid of this x term? We do that first and then get rid of the 7 that's attached by multiplication. Get rid of this first. This is a positive 1480. How do I move a positive 1480x to the other side? Subtraction. Very good. I'm going to subtract it on both sides. When you subtract 1480x minus 1480x, that's going to be 0. Good job. So now we just bring down the 7y, the equal sign. And remember, can't combine them because they're not alike. So we bring down the negative 1480, $14.80, x plus this 91. So now we have to get, thank you. Just leave it crack, baby, okay? Now we have to get y by itself. How do we get rid of this 7? Anybody remember? Divide everything by 7. So when we divide everything by 7, 7 divided by 7 gives us 1y is left, just 1y. And now let's type this in. We got a negative 1480 divided by 7. So let's type that in and see what we get. Negative 14.80 divided by 7. What do we get there? Okay, and I'm going to write, let's do math, enter, write it as a fraction. That's negative 74 because you got this long decimal. So anytime you have a long decimal like this and you need an exact answer, you need to go ahead and write it as a fraction. So this is negative 74 over 35. So we got negative 74 over 35. Bring down the x. We're going to do the same thing. Say again, somebody said something. We're going to do the same thing with 91 divided by 7. So we got 91 divided by 7. Press the math button and enter twice. What fraction is that? Yes. 91 over 7. Okay. Is what? 13. So we got plus 13 here. And these are the equations that we're going to type in. Step 2. We're going to do the same step that we did before. Remember, type in the calculator to find where they cross. So we're going to type these in the calculator to find where they cross. Okay. So remember the steps again. We did y equals button. We type in equations. So let's do that first. Press y equals. And this is what your screen should look like. I want to clear this. Let me clear my calculator. Second plus 7, 1, 2. That way I don't have to worry about clearing everything. Second plus 7, 1, 2. We go to y equals, and we're going to type in these equations. That's negative x plus 6. Zoe, you got it? Chloe? I don't know why I said Zoe. I have a Zoe in my next class. Okay. Press the down arrow, and let's type in the other equation. Remember, we're going to put this, don't worry, it's just my mouse. We're going to put this in parentheses. So that's parentheses, negative 74 divided by 35. Now make sure you close the parentheses. Remember, the parentheses are right here. X is right beside the green alpha button. And then we got plus 13. Please make sure you type that in correctly. Remember, this is the part that I'm going to be quizzing you on Friday. So please make sure that you understand what you're doing. So now let's graph it and see what we get. These numbers are kind of big. 13 is kind of big, so you might not see it. But let's see. Okay, one line you can see. All right, so you can see both of them. Okay. So after you type them in the calculator, don't forget, after you type them in, you're going to press the graph button. And we did that. Okay, we press graph. Now we want to see where they cross each other. This is the point where they cross. So you're going to press the second button, the yellow button, and then the trace button. You're going to go down to intersect. And after you do that, you're going to press intersect and then enter. And don't forget to press enter 3 times. Okay? So let's do that. Press the second button and the trace. Second, trace. Go down to intersect. Yes, baby. Yeah, it's right outside the door. That's fine. Intersect. And then press enter 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wait a minute. I must have did something wrong. Let me go back and make sure I didn't do something. Yeah, I did something wrong. Hold on. 14. Let me check this again. Something went off, so let me double check, okay? I think I just typed something wrong. I keep pushing parentheses. I'm supposed to be pressing 8. Negative 14.8 divided by 7. Math, enter. 91 divided by 7. Okay, y equals negative x plus 6. That's right. Did I copy it wrong? Oh, I did. It's supposed to be 17. Gee whiz. That's okay. We'll just keep it like that. That's the correct answer based on what we got. You okay? Second, trace, intersect. And let's just round it. So let's do one space behind the decimal. So this is 6.2 or 6.3, comma, negative 0.28. So the line looks like this. It's 2 going this way. This is the point where it crosses. And this ordered pair is going to be 6.28, comma, negative 0.28. And we round these, okay? This is about. Okay. Okay, because in the original problem, I put 7 instead of 17, but it's okay. All right, this last one I want you to do on your own, number 3. I will walk you through steps, but I do want you to perform them on your own, okay? Anyone still copying before I move to number 3? Okay, let me pause. Stroll up? Yes, I can. Is that good, babe? Okay. All right, this is the one I want you to do, number 3. The system that I want us to do is 5x plus $1.60 y is equal to 23. Okay? X plus y is equal to 8. This is the system that I want us to solve. So we're going to do the first step, step 1. Step 1 is to write both equations in slope-intercept form. Make sure I said it the same way. Write both equations in slope-intercept form. Write both equations in slope-intercept form. What's slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b. Okay. So draw a line like we did before. We're going to put one equation over here and the other one over here. So this is going to be 5x plus $1.60 y equals $23. Okay. And over here, we got x plus y is equal to 8. Let's do this equation first, okay? And think in your mind how you're going to get y by itself. You're going to move the 5x first. I'm going to pause for the calls. Let's look and see what we got. Okay. So let's do this one. What do we do to move the 5x? Subtract it. Very good, babe. Okay. And we do have notes on this part, so go back and look at the notes if you get lost, okay? So 5x minus 5x is 0, and we just bring this down. This is a positive 160y, okay? What about this side? What do you write on this side?
Negative 5x plus 23.
Very good, babe. Negative 5x plus 23. Just bring them down. Okay. What's the next step? After you bring everything down, what do you do after that?
Divide by 1.60.
Divide by 1.60, which is the same as $1.60. All right, and we'll finish later. Y'all have a wonderful day. See you this afternoon. Don't forget, 7th period is back to homeroom so you can finish the I ready.
Oh, is it?
Yes.